6 and verse 8. And it reads, "And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him." So death and hell that followed with him, this represents, when you read this whole chapter, it represents stages of white supremacy. Okay, stages of white supremacy. These are things that what the so-called white man will do in the earth. Watch this. "And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth." The fourth part of the earth is the United States of America. Take a look. Here's the proof. Here's the book. You can read it. You can get the book, read it on your own. The fourth part of the earth is the United States of America. Then it reads on, "To kill with sword," that means war, "and with hunger," that means famine, "and with death, and with the beasts of the earth." Death and with the beasts of the earth goes into something called zoonosis, wherein they create pesticides. Okay, the death can be anything from weaponized food.
I am the lab science director. I know a thing or two about food science. Now, what they have invented, when I say they, I'm talking about the genetic engineers, not only have they found a way to put these genetically engineered traits into food crops, they've now found a way to cause food crops to grow RNA fragments that can be specifically targeted like bioweapons to interfere with the physiological processes of targeted species that might eat the food. Now, this technology is called RNA interference technology. It's relatively new compared to GMOs, relatively new. It's being touted now as a technology to eliminate the use of pesticides, because what they're saying is they can cause a corn crop to grow RNA fragments that will kill the insects that eat the corn without having to use pesticides like toxic chemicals that overload the insect nervous system and kill it from nervous system breakdown and so on. This RNA interference technology is a pesticide technology, but it doesn't rely on pesticide chemicals. It relies on RNA fragments in the food. Now, what's disturbing about this is that this technology can be fine-tuned to target a specific race of humans who eat the food. I want you to follow me very carefully on this, because most people have never heard of this before. They've never heard of this technology. They don't know it can be targeted by race. Food crops can be engineered right now based on existing technology to cause infertility in black people alone. That technology is a reality. It's widely covered out there in the mainstream media, in the science media. RNA interference technology is widely covered. The government is at war with you. If you're black and you're watching this, the government is at war with you, and they want you exterminated, and they control the science funding, which means there will never be money for any genetic science of the food supply to uncover this truth. If it were there, it would be covered up like everything else has been covered up this entire time. Just like the Tuskegee experiments covered things up in the 1930s. Nothing has changed, except the technology is more advanced. The covert technology is more covert. The number of vectors through which they can kill you and cause you to have no children, cause you to have spontaneous abortions, the number of vectors is increasing. You are being targeted. And like I said earlier, to some extent we're all being targeted. But black people are being targeted more than anyone else.
Weon, ever heard about bioweapons that use DNA to kill specific persons? They are reality now. Let's go down. It reads, a U.S. House Intelligence Committee member cautioned that bioweapons using a target's DNA to kill only that individual are being created. Not being created, it's already created. U.S. Representative Jason Crow of Colorado spoke on Friday as the Aspen Security Forum and cautioned Americans not to be too careless about sharing their DNA with private firms due to the impending arrival of the new type of weapon. You can't target a biological weapon that will kill that person or take them off the battlefield or make them inoperable, Crow said. You can take someone's DNA, take their medical profile, he said. Given the prevalence of DNA testing services where customers voluntarily share their genetic mapping with companies to learn more about their ancestry and health, the congressman said it is concerning that these weapons are being developed. Although 23andMe has maintained time and time again that it does not sell its customers' private information, it is one of many DNA companies that have done so when asked by the police. I told y'all that! I was on the police department and we used it. All you Israelites out there telling everybody, I need y'all, you Israelites, listen good. I'm talking about you, Africa only Israelites. You dumber than an ass and a rock. I told y'all, stop telling people they have to find their DNA. You got to be E1B1 to be an Israelite. So you got to go to these DNA companies and get your ancestry checked. Y'all are dumb as hell. That's not in the Bible.